Now, before you attempt to answer this question, you need to remember that polynomials have only real coefficients multiplying each of the powers of x. All right, that means there are no i's. Real numbers have no i's, no imaginary number I in it. So only real coefficients appear. And also the exponents, the power on the variable x, y, or whatever it is, those exponents are always going to be non-negative integers. That means it's going to be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, etc. You're going to have whole non-negative numbers for the exponents on the variables. Now, keeping those two rules in mind, no i's multiplying the x's or any power of x, and then the exponents being positive or non-negative whole numbers, tell me, is this part A, is this expression a polynomial? -3/2 times x to the fourth plus 7x to the third minus x squared plus x to the 1/3 minus 9. And the answer is, well, let's look at part B. 3x to the fifth plus 9x to the third minus 1 over x squared plus x minus 12. Think about that one. Part C, 12x to the third minus 3 times I times x squared plus 5x plus 1 over 3. And the last one, part D, pi times x squared plus the square root of 7 times x plus 0.35. Okay, let's go up to part A. Is that expression a polynomial? Well, it has no for an answer. No. And why is it not? Because we have that x to the 1/3 power. That's not a non-negative integer power. The second one, no. It's not a polynomial. What's the problem this time? It's because the -1 over the x squared actually is -x to the -2 when you write it upside down the way it would normally be written with all the other polynomial terms. It's x to the -2, which means it has a negative integer coefficient, so it is not a polynomial. What about C? Do you see the problem there? The answer is no. And it's no because the term -3x squared has an imaginary coefficient. Imaginary coefficient. It has an I multiplying in front of the x. And the last one, is that a polynomial or not? And the answer is yes. This is a polynomial. All is well here. We have real coefficients, no i's, and the powers, the exponents on the variables are all non-negative integers, whole numbers. Even the 0.35 at the end, it's multiplying x to the 0 power, so that one's cool too. All those terms are cool. It's a polynomial.